Hello, welcome to Take Two Tuesday. This is Pat from Pat's Card Corner. I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Virginia Beach, Virginia, and I'm glad you joined me today. I am going to be showing you how to make this card here, and or this card here. Actually, it's going to be a little bit different. I am using the Warm and Toasty stamp set, and I have all my supplies here. I did give you a list, so if you saw it earlier, you'll be able to see it. And I would love for you to comment on if you're here and say hi. So this is the card that we're going to make. Somebody described it as a flip-flop card. I'm not sure if there's actually a name for it, but it kind of makes sense because you flip open this side, you flop open that side, and there's the inside of your card. So it does kind of flip back and forth. And this is another one made with the same thing. Flip it open, flop it, and you got, there you go. It's really easy, simple to make, and I hope you'll try it. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to need are all your supplies. So I have a little bit of ribbon. This is about 18 inches. You can use any ribbon you like that matches. But these are the most important things, and these are the card pieces that you're going to need. You're going to need a piece of 10-inch by 4 1/4 inch cardstock. That's this piece. I'm going to leave these up here so you can kind of look at them. The next one you're going to need is another piece of the same cardstock that measures 7 inches by 3 1/4 inches. And you'll need one more piece of cardstock which measures 2 3/4 by 2 1/2 inches. You can get all these pieces out of one 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock and still have some left over, so it's a great way to use your cards. So then you're also going to need some designer series paper. You're going to need 3 pieces that all coordinate with each other. These are from the Heartwarming Hugs designer series paper, and it's the same ones. You can see some of the other papers on these cards. It's great for Christmas, any other time. It's just a good, they have a good mixture of patterns. You can see this one, that's the flip side, they are double-sided. So you'll need one piece that is 5 1/4 by 4. You're going to need one piece that is 4 1/4 by 4. And you're going to need one piece that is 3 by 3 1/4. So you need 3 that all coordinate with each other. And then you're also going to need 2 pieces of Whisper White cardstock. One is 3 1/4 by 3, and the other is 2 1/2 by 2 1/4. And I'm just going to leave those there right quick so you can see, in case you want to take a quick screenshot, you can get all the measurements. I will put all the measurements in the post, in the comments of the post, so you can read it. And when I post this video on YouTube, I will also have all the measurements on there so that you can see it. Also, if you go to my blog tomorrow, which is www.jumpingintostamping.com, I have another card using the same pattern that you'll be able to see, so the directions will be written there and the dimensions. So, all right, so we're going to get started. So the first thing you're going to need to do after you've cut all your paper, I'll put these up, is these 2 pieces we need to score so that we can fold them. So you'll need to get out your paper cutter. Got mine upside down here. Let's get it right side up. And oops, got a piece of paper stuck there. Okay, so the 10-inch by 4 1/4 piece, you're going to put it lengthwise, and we're going to score it at 5 1/2. So just get your cutting blade out of the way. Make sure you just have your scoring blade. And we're going to score it at 5 1/2. And that's ready to fold. And then the other one measures 7 by 3 1/4. We're going to score that lengthwise, and we're going to score that at 3.5. So this one is getting scored directly right down the middle. Just going to score that real quick, and now we're ready. Let me get that out of the way. So you can go ahead and take your two pieces and get your bone folder and just give them a really good crease. And the other one, I'm going to give that one a really good crease too. You can see that this one's a little shorter. It's supposed to be like that, so it's okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the two, we're going to set the little one aside. We're going to work on with the big one. We're going to take your two pieces of designer series paper and we're going to attach those. The bigger one, the one that's 5 1/4 by 4, we're going to attach that right here to the middle of our card. So you're going to want to open it up, and we're just going to put a little bit of glue on the back. You can see this one has the same pretty pattern as the other one. This is the flip side. That's what's great about this paper. It has great designs on both sides, and we're just going to put that right here in the middle. And then we're going to close up the card. You can fold it up, and then this piece that's 4 1/4 by 4, that piece is going to go right on the front of our card. So we're just going to put a little glue on the back of that and then attach that. Hi Maggie, how are you? So glad you're watching today. And you should try this if you want. Okay, so we have those two pieces together, and now we're going to work with this piece and actually attach it to our card. So this piece, it's actually gonna, you would expect it to open this way, like a regular card, but we're actually gonna flip it the other way so it opens backwards. So it opens that way. So you may wanna make sure that the fold is on the right side, and then we're just gonna open this up and just gonna slide it right on, just like that. You can see how it just slid on. We're just going to make it so that it's even on both sides, top and bottom. And then we're just going to carefully open it up, and we're going to put glue right on the back of the smaller, only the smaller card, not the bigger card, only the smaller one. And then we're just going to carefully take it, make sure it stays in the right spot, and we're just going to fold it back down. Give it a good press, and now we can flip and flap our card. So you can see it's attached right in the middle. It's right where it needs to be. So see how easy that was? It wasn't hard at all. All right, so the next part is we're going to take, actually we're going to do some stamping first before I do that. We're going to take our two Whisper White pieces. This one's 3 1/4 by 3, the bigger one, and the other one is 2 1/4 by 2.5. So the smaller one is the one that's going to go on the front of our card. So I am using this stamp set, just a Warm and Toasty, and I picked this little ice skating polar bear to put on the front. Just because it's a larger image doesn't mean you have to put the entire image on your piece, because obviously this is bigger than here. You can see the stamp right here. So I'm only going to put his head. So I'm going to stamp actually off the paper. So it's just going to be his head and his scarf and stuff that's going to be on the front of the card. So that's okay. So I'm using some black ink, and I'm just going to ink him up. This is Memento black, and you can see I actually don't even need to ink up the spot where his little skates are. That's all right. That's why we have paper underneath our thing, and I'm just going to stamp him so it looks like he's waving at you. Just press that down. There he is. And then I'm going to use some Stampin' Blends markers. These are Real Red and Old Olive, and I'm just going to color in the scarf and his hat just to kind of give him a little bit of color. Obviously polar bears are white, so he doesn't need to be colored in, but we would like to color in his hat. So these blend markers have a fat tip, which is more like a brush tip, and then they have a fine tip over here. So if you're doing a big area, you can use the wider tip. If you're doing something that's smaller, use the smaller tip. Since I'm going to be doing his hat and his scarf, it's kind of little on the small side. So I'm going to use the smaller one, just get a little better control over it. So we're going to give him a little red pom-pom. Going to kind of outline his hat here a little bit, and the areas on his scarf, and then I'm going to fill it in with the other marker. It's a little bit lighter. So you'll see, and these, they're called blends because they do blend in very well together. So let's get him in here. So I'm going to color that in a little bit. Just gonna fill it in a little here, a little there. Probably gonna go over it again just to make it a little bit darker. And this is really quick and easy. Doesn't take very long at all. And maybe put a little bit more of the darker color, make it look a little redder. And then I'm going to use the old olive, and we're going to put some stripes on his scarf. I'll leave some of them white so he looks like he's got a pretty striped scarf on. And you can see how fast this is going. It doesn't take very long at all. It's super easy. These are kind of like painting with a little paintbrush almost. So, but it just goes really quick. And got one more down here. There we go. And it just gives him a little bit of color. Okay, so, and now we're going to stamp the inside of this. I'm actually going to put one of the sentiments on here. You can see that there are several on here. Warm and toasty, here's to a cool Yule, sharing Christmas cheer. I used some of these other ones on the other card, but I'm going to put this warm and toasty, excuse me, wishes for you on that one. Hey Sharon and Irene, it's good to see you guys. So I actually made this card last night with my what I call my Card Corner crew group. We did a little Zoom meeting. It was like a mystery card to them. They just had the pieces and the dimensions, and they didn't get to see the card until they were making it. You know what? I think it looks good, but I did it on the wrong spot, so I'm going to turn it over. It actually goes long ways. So, that's what happens when you talk and you're trying to stamp at the same time. But that's why you have two sides of your paper. And no one will know, except for you because you've been watching. Okay, so we got those already. I'm going to put my lid back on. And now we're going to attach the rest of the pieces. So this piece here with the little guy on it, he's going to go onto this piece of cardstock. So we're just going to flip him over. You can see that bleeds through a little bit, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be hidden. So that's going to go on just like that. And then this piece is actually going on the inside of our card. So we're just going to open up our card, and it's going to go right in here just like that. So I'm just going to put a little bit, and you can see where I stamped it by mistake in the wrong spot on the back, but you won't be able to see that once you get the card in place. And I don't think anyone is going to rip off this piece of paper to look at it, so, because it doesn't show through the paper or anything, so we're good. There you go. So now I'm going to show you how to put this on. Actually, forgot one more piece. I am going to put this piece on, but we have our ribbon, so we have to get our ribbon on first. So what we're going to do is this piece of cardstock, we're just going to take the ribbon. You can see I kind of laid it out. It's going to kind of make the ends meet. And I want to just kind of get it like this because we're going to tie it on this end. But I want to attach it just a little on the back, so I'm just going to flip it over. I'm going to take a little bit of my Stampin' Seal and just run a little bit of adhesive right there. Just enough to hold this in place so it doesn't move around, just like that. You can see it's, you know, it's connected, it's glued down. And then we're going to flip it over back to the front. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right there. Let me get that a little more in the middle. And this is just enough to just kind of hold it in place just a little bit. My Stampin' Seal doesn't want to work. There we go. So you just need a little bit right in the middle. It's going to be covered up, so, and this is just to kind of hold it down, just to kind of keep it in place while you're putting the other piece down. Now we're ready to put this piece. It's going to go right on top, just like that. I am going to put this on dimensionals. Oop. As soon as I get them out, that is, because I forgot. There we go. So we have some of these little dimensionals. It just kind of pops it up a little bit and makes it just look a little fancy. So these are adhesive on both sides, so it obviously sticks, and then you just have to take off the little protective covering piece here. And then we're just going to put it right on top, just like this. And now we're ready to put this on the front of our card. It's going to go right like that. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue right on the back. And it's okay to put glue on the ribbon, it's not going to hurt it. So, flip it over. And we're just going to put this right in the middle. So this card goes together really quick. It's not hard at all. It's very easy. And then for this, we're just going to tie it in a bow. So just like tying your shoes. So just give it a little knot there. And this ribbon is from the Flowers for Every Season. It's really very soft and light ribbon, so it's really easy to tie. If I can get it right. Let's scoot a little this way. Yeah, that didn't come out how I wanted it to, so guess what? I'm going to tie it again. There we go. That one got twisted around a little bit there. There we go. Much better. So obviously my ribbon's a little bit long, but I can trim it off. You can make your bow as big or as little as you want it. So I just kind of play with it till I get it where I want it, and then just take my paper snips and just cut it off at the end. It's sticking to my finger. And cut it off this way. Scissors didn't want to cut there. And there you go. Your card is all done. Let me play with my bow some more. I'm just not happy with that. It goes bigger than I thought I wanted it to be. I'm just going to play with it a little bit more. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to cut it some more because I wanted it smaller. So, but you never need to untie it again because you don't need to untie it to open the card, even though you might. It looks like you have to because people are going to want to try and open it this way, but it opens that way, and then it opens that way. And there you have it. This is a really easy fun fold card that you can make, and if you want to watch this video again, you can try it again, and you can make it for other occasions too. So I'm going to show you one that I made for Halloween. It's the same concept, but see how this looks a little different. This one, and it opens exactly like the other one, just says Happy Halloween. Super easy to do, so you can make these for any occasion. You can make a birthday one, Halloween, you can make more Christmas ones, but now I have a whole set of 3 that I made, all using the stamp set, so somebody might be getting a gift of a couple cards this year. So there you go. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I'll be glad to answer them for you. And don't forget to check out my blog and the Pat's Card Corner, and just try and make it yourself. I know you can do it. And if you want to post a picture of your card, I'd love to see one. So hope you have a great evening, and don't forget to share this video or like this video. I love to see that happen. So have a great evening. See you next time.